currently just waiting for some vlog videos to download, and while I'm doing that, I'm just going to quickly check some of these tan plates with bars for damage. Yeah, it's not much, but it shouldn't take too long to download that stuff. And then depending on how long it takes, I might do the blue ones as well. And then I'm probably going to just try and get all these stick ring engine things processed today. It'll take a long time. There's just so many of these, but at least they'll clear up some containers and get some new stuff listed. And yeah, it's pretty good. And so just gonna get some stuff listed now. I had submitted this part to the catalog as an inventory for the second edition UCS Millennium Falcon, the one on top of the freezer over there. And I noticed it looked very similar to this part over here from a previous Millennium Falcon. So I added it and said it looks very similar and not sure what to do. I can't tell any differences apart and stuff like that. And then eventually they said they weren't going to add it to the catalog because it's identical to this one. So I should just request a name change for this one and add this one to the set. And so then they deleted my previous entry. And now, less than 24 hours later, they said, one second, let me get the message up. They said the sticker that comes with the set 75192 is different from the one for 75257. Some of the white lines are slightly different. If you have the one from 75192, please submit it again. Thanks. So I have just, they said some of the white lines are different. If you want to pause the video, I'll try and get it all in one frame. Or, yeah, okay, well, I don't want to interfere with the lines like that. Yeah, that should be a good pause thing right there. I cannot tell the difference for the life of me. I have compared each and every single line on here and cannot tell the difference. Like, maybe this thing here and this one on here are like half a millimeter different, but that could be a print variation, like with the printer being slightly messed up or something. But like, I can't tell a single difference between them, but they said to re-add it, so I'll re-add it, and then I'm sending them a message back, and it says, so you guys did eventually find a difference. I'm comparing the photos and still can't find a difference, but hopefully once it's added, I can find them and try to add a comparison photo. But yeah, I can't tell the difference and stuff like that. So yeah, this is definitely a unique one. The story continues. I just somehow got an email from the other guy who initially approved it, and now they're saying that it is the same and stuff like that. And this is my original photo that I had, and so yeah, that's what they're saying now. So I think I'm gonna wait until I see if there's another update regarding this before I re-add it to the catalog, because it is a lot of work to even add one single piece. Like, I mean, from taking the photos and stuff like that, I might be able to reuse the name though, because it's print variation, so I wouldn't really need to change much in the name. But I mean, you take photos, upload it, create a catalog entry, get all the dimensions, the weight, copied from the original listing for the part and stuff like that. It'd probably take like 10 minutes, or well, 5 at the least. And so I'll just first see how this goes before I continue with uploading it. So the conclusion for the Technic disc with the sticker arc is that they said no new entry is needed. So now I just go back and relist it. I believe I remember exactly what I wrote. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. I think I wrote has minor wear. Oh, misspelled that. Minor wear and the sticker. Oh, spelled that wrong. Sticker is off center. Alrighty. That's usually what my standard thing is for these, because with printed parts, their stickers pretty much always off center. And since I like to always describe parts as good as I can, I just always write that it is, even though most people just assume that it already is like that. And basically they all have minor wear pretty much. So I generally just write that for all of them. So then I'll just put that in a drawer, scan it, add the price and quantity, and list it. And so, yep, that's the arc there. I don't want to show the emails, but I just had another order, sold a whole bunch of different heads again, so that was a nice order. So yeah, now I'm just working on some of these things, and it's just a relaxing night. I don't have to ship anything else out tonight or tomorrow or anything like that. Wednesday nights are pretty relaxing. Actually, is my YouTube thing, oh, it looks like it's ready for upload, the previous vlog. So then I'll just check over here and then set it to public. Publish it, open it up, check it over here, and then yep, it is in HD, so that's nice, and it's not private anymore. So yeah, then I'll just be able to now, yeah, that is just a really weird thing, like Narnia lo-fi chill and study to music. That just doesn't make sense. Narnia is a war thing, basically. I watched it. That is a great movie series thing. Like a series of movies that weren't quite connected, but were also partially connected, some of them, but not all of them. It was weird how that it wasn't exactly linear, because then there's made by two different studios who were remaking the same ones, who didn't completely remake them all. But it's just confusing. But it has nothing to do with lo-fi or anything like that. And my mom actually put it on and watched it for 48 minutes. It's just, I'm really confused. Oh well, I gotta get back to listing these. Oh, you see that? Saw it through the camera. A fake one is in here. Oh, that one is garbage. So yeah, I'll just, oh, what is that? There's something in there. I don't know if I want to know. So I'll just throw that one out as well. So yeah, there's gonna be, it's pretty standard for this stuff. There's a lot of them have lots of bite marks and stuff. But yeah, I'll just try and get these done then. I have to be like the only person in the world who has this much trouble with the bottom sheet in their bed. I have it strapped down at 6 points with 6 clips underneath over 40 pounds of blankets. I'm not even kidding up. Multiple weighted blankets stacked on each other. And it literally just still falls out. It happens like every week. It just completely falls out. I don't know how or why. It's clipped right here with like teeth clips or whatever, and it's 6 points, and yet it just falls out. I don't know what to do. I've given up. And for those interested, these are the clips I use to keep it attached. I have 3 there and 2 over there. I guess one fell off somehow, and there's literally just 1 second. Let me try and, oh, this thing's heavy. But yeah, like these things here have like suction cups and everything on the inside, and they clip down pretty good, and it's just crazy. Okay. Update. I did not mean suction cups. Apparently I said that. Okay, so they're all clipped up again on both sides. Hopefully it'll work this time. And yeah, this is just the one. This one is 15 pounds for this one here. I did rip the tag off of the other one because, I mean, you gotta rip tags off of blankets. So I don't know why I didn't do it for this one yet, but it's just like the rule, you know? So just did that. And then I've also got like a whole bunch of other blankets as well. So time to put them back. Bird with a top hat. And now bird without a top hat. If I can. Somehow. Without breaking it. Okay, there. Bird without a top hat. Which container should this fake and extremely chewed up Lego piece, or not Lego piece, Lego knockoff piece go into? Should it go into minor damage, to garbage, or to the good? Oh, that is the question. Trick question. It's none of them. It's just garbage. Yogurt in a new location, playing a Switch. Looks like that photo's doing pretty good, like I thought it would. It's now ranking #1 by views with a better click-through impression rate and view duration and views as opposed to other recent vlogs, so that's pretty nice. And I have now surpassed 150 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing. And people have spent 460 hours watching my videos in the past 28 days. That's a lot of time. Wow. I've been listing these thick ring thingamabobs now, and I've actually been doing what they always say you should do and start with the most difficult ones. I did the black ones and the dark bluish gray ones from the bottom, which were the largest of the two color-wise. They were about twice the size of the light bluish gray one. And so now I'm probably going to do the light bluish gray. I did the super easy ones first because, I mean, that's just what you do. And then after those ones, I did the other ones. And there is that a thick ring light gray? 1 second. I don't know if I've actually even seen that. 1 second. So then just type in thick I missed an H. Thick ring, and I spelled that wrong. Thick ring here. Oh, no, I spelled out. I don't press down enough on the letters sometimes. Alrighty, type that in. Alrighty, go here, and then light gray. It does exist. Okay, only 7 cents. I thought it'd be worth a bit more, but let's see what that's from. Okay, it's in 108 sets. Okay, so I guess that the end of the era of light gray did not coincide with the end of the era for the thin ring. So then I'll have to first separate these by color, and then I can sort them by quality here, like with these containers. While watching on how to stay sane in space, because that's what I need to worry about, trying to stay sane while working on sorting thousands of almost identical Lego parts for hours on end, day after day, week after week, month after month, and almost year after year at this point. I have now finished the 1x1 thick ring and the thin ring in all colors and conditions. It's all being either listed, thrown out if it's damaged, and sorted by color. Everything's all listed for all that stuff now. And so yeah, then this stuff is for a project for another day. But now I have to decide what to do next. I mean, this stuff I can't really work on because it has to first get sorted by color and stuff like that. But then there's this stuff. There is a lot of plates in here, and I am just not a big fan of plates. I mean, I got a couple bags of minifigure parts and stuff. I should just throw this in with the other minifigure parts over here just so that they're out of the way a little bit. I think this one is a whole bunch of different CMF parts and stuff like that, because my CMF drawer over here was getting full, and CMF parts are, I don't know, they just always seem to be in worse condition and stuff than your standard parts. I think it's because a lot more kids get them because their parents say, oh, it's only $5. Well, in Canada, it's $5. Or it was. I don't know if it's changed. I haven't bought it in a while. And so then they just get it, and then kids often have worse care for that stuff. And then I should probably bring all of these bags. Whenever we have stuff, we put them in bags when there's too much for a container. So these ones we can reuse. So I'll just bring these over here to the other work area over here. And then we got a box here, but then I'll just set these down here, and we can reuse those things. And let's see, what else is there over here? This stuff isn't finished sorting yet, but that's fine. I should probably move these Galador posters out of the way. I have to add most, if not all of these to the Bricklink catalog, at least images for them, because they're actually all unique. They are the same on one side, but then this one here is for set 8324. And then if I go to the next one, it's for the 8315, and it's just like that for all of them. I think there's a few duplicates in here and stuff like that, but most of these don't actually have photos in the catalog. I think there's like one listing that has this side of it, and it's like a placeholder for like every single one. So that's something I need to work on, but I don't want those to get damaged, and I don't currently have time to do that. So I think I'll just put it right there. They already are all folded, so it's not going to be damaged folded like that. And this bag used to be so full with parts waiting to be approved for Bricklink, but they finally got around to a whole bunch of my January submissions. So that's been, what, like 7 months about since they were submitted. And so then these are the only ones left to be approved. These are actually the stickered parts, if it focuses. 1 second, let's see if I can zoom in and try and let it focus. Yeah, these are actually the stickered parts from the one Speed Racers or Speed Champions promotional set poly bag that was you could get from Lego at the one time. So wonder how long it'll be for those to be approved. They're a more recent set. And so I think that's most stuff here. What's this? A random hose. Just throw that in one of these containers. I got a couple sword things. I've got a couple of things like this one here, if I can find one in good condition. And I believe this red thing here, if I can find one in good condition. Someone's asking about several different parts that I don't have for sale right now in my store that I probably have in a backlog. And they just wanted to know which ones I would have if, since they are thinking about placing an order. And I don't usually check my backlog for parts, but this here is a buyer that I'm friends with and stuff like that. Also a fellow seller. So I do spend a little bit more time some of the times, but that's, gotta remember where all this stuff is so I don't lose it. And I just need to decide what container to do next. Another bag here. This stuff's already listed down here. This is the filler parts. And then there's just some random tires. I mean, I could list this, but I mean, I think I got a container. Yeah, like in the very back at the bottom 2 containers over there are just filled with tire parts. So I'll put that there so I remember. They're in a bag, they won't get damaged. And if they are, I'll list them as damaged and stuff. And so then, let's just move some things around here because I don't like plates. It's like the one thing I just do not like. Oh yeah, I had these 3 legs left. They, I had a listing for them. And people only ever bought smaller quantities of these, and then once they're all sold out, I still have 3 left in the bag, and I'm pretty sure I would have had 3 that I missed out on orders and stuff like that, but I haven't received any comments from buyers about any missing parts or anything like that, so I probably just miscounted, because I think I listed like 100 plus when I listed them, so I might have listed a few extra, then I can't remember. I have a bad memory for that sometimes. And so yeah, then I'm just leaving it around here in case someone messages me in next while and I can trace it back to an order specifically and figure out if that's from that or not. But then something from here I need to work on. Let's see, let's just move some of this stuff out of the way and put this right here. Yeah, I have to part out this set still. I bought it to inventory for Bricklink, but as soon as I got it in the mail, someone else started an inventory for it, so now I don't really have anything to do with it, and it's just dot stuff, so it's not like it's really desirable parts or anything like that. And so yeah, there's that. And then just got a random receipt here. Let's see, what is it for? I don't want to show anything on here. Probably paint entry method waived. Huh, I have no idea what this is for. Oh, for FedEx. Huh, who knows? I'll just toss that right there. Perfect. And now what to list? I mean, I should probably get a couple more 1x4s listed just to finally get these things done, because there's just so many of them. But I think I will work on these. It's a lighter 1x4 for sure. Like, I mean, just even the next one alone, this here is reddish brown. I'm gonna have to check them for brittle brown and everything like that. So that's not gonna be fun. And I still have some tiles actually that I haven't gotten around to listing, which is a bit surprising because that's when I first started. Like, I first started listing tiles before any other category. Like, we first sorted all the tiles, then all of the plates, I believe, and then the plate modified, and now we're on the Technic. But this stuff was sorted like half a year ago almost at this point, and it's still just kicking around a couple containers. I think there's like 1 stack of them that I actually never listed, which is a bit weird. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get some of these guys listed next. And I still have a few minifigure part containers laying around, not too many of them. These things, actually, I might just list some of these first, because my dad's been asking for more empty containers of these for the Technic, because he still doesn't have enough. So if I list this stuff here, then I'll be able to free up a decent amount of containers, hopefully. There's a couple missorted categories here, like both of these I'll just bring over here. I have a container on my work table, but it's in a difficult access position while I'm recording, so then these ones are just missorted, so I'll just put them in a future sorting. If I ever even list this stuff in the future, I might pick through this a little bit in the future, but I think once I'm done listing all of this stuff here, I might be calling it quits in the used game. It is great for new stores, but once you have a decent inventory and stuff like that, and you have more ability to get larger quantities of sets and stuff like that, used stuff is just so time consuming for very little return. Even when I price things a few cents higher than what they go for, like, I mean, not these ones, but like the thick ring clips here, they typically sell for 5 cents. I list them for like 8 cents, maybe 10 cents for good ones and stuff like that. But even after I do the math, I spend like an hour checking damage on parts to list like $6 worth of rings. It's just not really worth it. And so yeah, it's something that a lot of stores do going forward, is they switch away from used to new. So I might end up just eventually grabbing all of that stuff that isn't sorted, because I think the large box over here underneath some of the stuff is actually a whole bunch of 2x bricks, but then all of this stuff in the corner and stuff like that is still unsorted. So I'll probably pick through it a little bit if there's any really cool parts to list, but then I might eventually just sell that by the pound on eBay or something. But yeah, then that's just a little progress update of what I'm doing now. And stickered parts, these things, every now and then, like once every 3 or 4 months, I just really want to list stickered and printed parts. Then I'll list them nonstop for like a week, and then I just don't want to list them ever again for the next 3 months. It's just really weird. So hopefully in a couple weeks or so, I'll want to list some of these guys. I did list like a dozen or a couple dozen different ones, and got them listed, but there is a lot of these. And I just realized I've been ranting for 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Wow, that was a long clip. Sorry for keeping you that long, but time to get some stuff listed now. Finally, just finished the 1x4 plates in tan. I did finish the other stack that was here. I did not list these ones because I'm not sure if I need some of them. I know I have a lot of the bases for these parts on the side, so I might try and combine some more of them. So I'll put that to the side for now. But this is the end results of the tan ones. They were not the best condition. These ones are the minor damage. These ones are the garbage and filler stuff, and these are the ones in good condition. Not that many of them, but I mean, there wasn't that many to begin with. There was a massive spider in the container that these were in, and I was literally, the container was empty, and I was grabbing one row of them at a time, and I just, it looked completely empty. I went to take in another row, carefully remove it, and all of a sudden there's a spider. And so then I just put a lid on it, and then I got my dad down here. He took the box outside, and now the spider's not there. And I don't know how the spiders keep getting in here. It is just, there's no entrances to the basement. I'll never understand. It's crazy. And but at least it's gone now. And yeah, that's why I don't like emptying those containers. But at least these are done now. I am going to possibly pull a few orders. I'm not sure. I might leave it till tomorrow. Oh, I might actually pull it tonight, just because I do have a couple higher brick count ones. So I'll pull those first, or will I? I should probably just get this stuff listed first so I don't get anything mixed up. See, I'll list this stuff. I might pull the eBay orders, and then I'll try to go and think about pulling orders, but then it'll probably be past the time that I normally call it a day. So I'll probably just get this listed and then call it a day. Let's quickly do a count of some parts. What I first do is I turn on the scale. It's got a 10-second timer to turn on. Then I put the container on. Then I just press clear and tear a few times. I know one of them does it. I just always press both a whole bunch of times just to be on the safe side. Then I press the counting button over here. Then I grab my first container. I like to do the one that has minor damage first because I should get a more accurate weight, because it's usually just minor damage as opposed to when there's a whole bunch of stuff. And I usually do it with the ones that aren't damaged first, but this one there was just very few of them. There was 75, I believe, and so it just wasn't worth using the counting scale for them. So this one is the ones that have minor damage. Then what I do is I count 10 out usually. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I let it go to its amount. Then I type in 10 and press the counting thing again. Then I always just double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, perfect. And then it'll calculate the weight there, and then I just dump the rest of them in. So it says there's 217. So for this one, since it's a lower amount, I'll say that I have 210 of them available. So then I will go to my listing over here. For quantity, enter 210. Then I will first grab a bag from here. Then I will open the bag like this. And then I don't think I can set up, oh, can I set up the camera? Oh, right here is a very, nope, the camera's not getting set up there. So I'll cut to when I have it in the bag then. So then once it's in the bag, then I just confirm that I have the right comments. Then I grab my barcode scanner, and then I choose which box I want to put it in. Do I want to put it in this one or this one? I think I'll do this one over here. So then I just scan the barcode right there, and then I just sometimes confirm this is box 148, and it says box 148 there. So then I just put this into this box here, and then I just click review item, and then I just confirm everything's good there, and then I just click add to inventory, and that's done. And then I have the other one of my filler stuff over here, and so then I have the weight and everything there already all good. I'll first move this container out of the way, and then I just confirm this one is my garbage container, and then I just dump that in there. So it's got, says 173, since there's more variation with the ones that are for filler because they've got bite marks and stuff like that. I'll just say that there's 150. Well, that might be a little bit of an overstretch. I'll say there's 160 because I did underestimate for all of them. So even if it is slightly different, that's all right. So then I said there's 160. Yeah, 160. So then I just do 500 plus 160. So that's 660. No, that's 660. So then I've got 660 listed for sale, 2 cents a piece now. And that's Canadian. So that's like 1 cent American, or like 1.5 cents. And so then I find box 157. This here is 224. Now this, oh, it's actually right here. Usually it's more of a challenge to try and find boxes that have filler parts in them, since they seem to be all over the place usually. So then I just bring the box over here. This is the white filler 1x4 ones from the other vlog. And then I'll just grab this box here, dump them inside, and I'll put that box aside and turn off the scale. And so, yeah, now I've got all of these 1x4 filler parts listed. Then I just put the lid back on here, and then this one just goes back on this table right over here. And then whenever I list another one, I'll just rinse and repeat the cycle. I'd say it took me about an hour and a half to go through. Well, if there's 160 plus 225, or I can't remember how much the other one was, and then about 75 of the other one. So it took about an hour and a half to do all of that, including the listing part. So it's not the fastest, and it's not the biggest money maker, but I'm listing all this used stuff, and once it's done forever. So that's something to look forward to. That means hopefully I'll never have to list 1x4 tan used plates ever again, and that's one way I can look at it when I list it. And so that's pretty nice. And but I still have all of those ones left to go, and all of this, all of this, all of that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah, it's still a lot to go though, but making progress one brick at a time. I don't think I showed this yet, but I may be wrong. I just sold another one of the Chancellor Palpatine heads for $12.43. That includes tax, so let's go get it. It's in drawer 2697. It's a nice drawer because it's underneath the box, so there's no chance of any UV getting to it. Or, well, not much at least. And so then I grab the drawer. I grab one of these heads right here. And this is the Chancellor Palpatine. I got almost 100 of these at like $3 a piece. So that's the second one I believe that's sold. So that's nice. And so now I put the drawer carefully back. And then I'll put this in a bag already just to be on the safe side. And then it'll go in another bag with a business card and get shipped out. Yogurt in a tub with white powder again. Zoom. Gotta love that midday computer restarts when it just has update, you restart, then it says you have another update, then you need to restart, then you have another update and you restart. It's only happened twice now. I don't know why I said it 3 times, but hopefully this is the last time it needs to restart to update drivers and stuff. It's time for my bi-weekly first monitor breakdown. My second monitor working perfectly fine. You can even see the mouse over here, and then you drag, wait, I'm not pressing any buttons. Why did that copy that? Oh well. And then you bring it over, there's nothing. Monitor is so messed up again. I might try to actually just unplug it first and then replug it back in. Will that fix it, or do I need to restart the computer? Oh, so I don't have to restart my computer every single time. I just need to unplug it, plug it back in. Okay, well, that helps. Yes, their standard Norton warning. They tell me to run infinite smart scans, even though they already do. I'm done there, if it ever loads. I don't think it's gonna load. But don't you just love your beautiful broken computer screens early in the morning? I love it. Alrighty, device connected and secured. That's good. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, the computer. But yeah, let's, isn't it just so nice to see these lines? Maybe I should do one of those things that they put like lightsabers over it to make it look like they're lightsabers, but then I would need to add like hundreds of lightsabers, which would kind of defeat its purpose. And I was looking at getting a new wallpaper. I saw it on a video, and I mean, that's where you find all the best ones from. So I'm gonna minus this so I can see it on the other screen as well. 1 second, I'm just gonna leave it down for a moment so I can type it in. I don't want to, yes, keep that on display, workshop. I still don't remember what the difference between the workshop and Discover is, but it's a workshop. And I think it was called Drive through clouds, or driving in the clouds or something. Driving clouds. 1 second. Clouds. No. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna find the name and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's actually called Highway in the Clouds, not Driving in the Clouds. So let's subscribe to that. And it's gonna download. Yep, it's downloading right now. I'll probably only be able to see it on this monitor realistically because it's gonna be all fuzzy on this one. Alrighty, it's changing. Oh, that actually kind of looks nice. 1 second, I don't want to spoil it. 1 second, I just want to put it on a one display for now. Change this one to this one. All right, well, look at that. That looks nice. Wow, it's even got like a rear view mirror. This is quite nice. I liked my old wallpaper, but this one's amazing. Once this computer screen fixes itself up a bit, then I'll do a stretched version like this. 1 second, let me go choose display, wallpaper, stretch single wallpaper. Then I can do something like this. It'll look a bit better once it's fixed, but yeah, this is pretty nice, I dare say. It's just, you can almost feel like you can look underneath it. It's quite nice. But now it's time for me to start editing the vlog. I was working on some of these figures for eBay, creating cards. For me, this is like just super slow because this is like my least favorite task, which I know I said like 10 times, but I'll say it 10 more times because I just really don't like it. And in the future, I might stick more to just new figures. Like when I don't think I'll delete it, but I did have a longer clip in the video where I was basically talking about how it's going to stop used and go to new. And then at that point, I think I'll try to stick to mostly just new minifigures. It's just going to make life easier because I know that I'm too picky when it comes to checking items for damage and stuff like that. And I know realistically, I don't need to always swap out parts and stuff like that. But for me, it just bugs me when it's not, when I see any marks and stuff like that. So it costs a lot of money to always get replacement parts and stuff like that. And it just doesn't bother me when it's new parts. So it'll just make it a lot nicer that way. And I won't have as much quantity and stuff like that. But it'll make life easier. But that's still years down the road, most likely. And until then, I am going to just list a lot of stuff. I don't know how many more minifigure lots I'm going to get in the mail. But yeah, it's going pretty decent still. And I should have this available for a while. But then I don't think I said this before, but once I finish listing all the used stuff, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll first wait like a month or whatever. And then I'll put the stuff, all the used parts on a 5% sale. Then once sales slow down again from that because of the stuff selling out, I'll put it onto like a 10% sale, 15% sale. And every like couple of weeks or month or whatever, I'll just add another 5% to it. And then hopefully I'll be able to get all of my used Lego sold. And yeah, it'll be nice like that to switch to new. It is just so much nicer. That's because it's just used Lego can have so much stuff on it. I just really like new, so, but that's still many years off. But time to get this stuff worked on while I'm working on the vlog. Me from the future here, I just realized I forgot to say why I want to stop with the excessive work for the used Lego. It's not just because more work is just not as much fun and stuff like that. It's because one of the main things I enjoy about Bricklink, I don't want to show any information for a moment, 1 second, right here, is I actually enjoy adding inventories to the catalog. I haven't added that many yet because I'm always spending time with used Lego. I don't have too much time to inventory sets, but I really enjoy the aspect of adding inventories to Bricklink. So it is one of my more favorite pastimes, and it's not as profitable or anything as listing used Lego or anything like that, and so I'm always listing used Lego and stuff like that. But if I can cut that out and part out mostly new sets, then I would have more time to inventory sets. Like, I mean, I remember inventorying this set. It took me like 2 days to inventory that set, and I I would want to do that for more modern sets, but I can't do that now because I have all of the used backlog I need to list and stuff like that. But if I replace that with new, then I would be able to, for example, list for like 5 hours a day. If I have like 30 or 40 sets, I want to part out, put that part out over several days, I can list all that. And then in the meantime, then I can just, one way to check is if you go to market, and then I can never remember where it is. It's right, where is it? 1 second, I can never remember where it is. Catalog statistics, no. Set inventories. Okay, and then items, no. Inventory statistics. Okay, one second, I gotta pause this, I'll be right back. So it was on this page, you click add new inventory, and then up here you click sets not inventoried, and then it'll show you all the sets. Currently there's 525 sets that aren't inventoried on Bricklink yet. A lot of these are older ones that are like practically impossible. Like, I mean, let's just open up this Modulix set. Like, no one's gonna really be able to find this thing. I mean, although it's a bit descriptive as to what might be in here. This stuff like that, a decent amount of them are just stuff that you can't really inventory. But then if you do go to year summary, then you can see over here, 2022, there's 72 sets that haven't been inventoried from this year yet. Sometimes these sets don't actually get inventoried for months. I think I've actually seen 1 or 2 that it's been half a year after they've been officially released, and they still haven't been inventoried yet. So I do want to try and help with this stuff a whole bunch more. And so that's something I would be able to focus on a lot more if I had more time. So yeah, then it'll probably end up saying like, at minimum 2023, but probably closer to 2024 is when I should have all the used stuff listed. And then I can hopefully get to work on that. So that's just a quick rundown of why I wanted to have less time listing and stuff like that. It wasn't just so that I could just play games all day. Trust me, when you play games for more than like 3 hours in a day, they just get so boring and repetitive that it's just, there's no fun in them anymore. Working is just the fun part of working, you know? These screen glitch things are just wacky. I've got my card template up, but you can clearly see the Bricklink thing in the background. I mean, you can't click on anything there. It just selects it on the side over here, but it is just wacky. Let's see if it moves around. If I move this around, nope, it's just stuck there. That's just so wacky how that still happens. Who knows? I should probably buy a new monitor. Just don't really feel like it. But yeah, just thought I'd show that. Just realized I forgot to do an outro, so just wanted to say thank you for watching the vlog if you got this far, and the next vlog should be out on Wednesday, and I did put a couple of the figures just back in the drawers, because I mean, if they only had like 1 or 2 parts, why would I create cards for eBay for them? So I've just got these ones that I'm going to work with. I think these 2 go together, but I can't say for sure, so that one might go back as well. And so I'll work on these guys. I did keep the Golden Lloyd one since it's just missing the face and stuff like that. So I'll try and work on these. The monitor is still a bit messed up, but I'm waiting for the clips, including this one and the past 5 clips, I believe, to be uploaded to iCloud so I can then download them, so then I can re-upload them, so then I can edit them, so I can download them, so I can upload them to YouTube, and then work that out. And so then that'll probably be at least 15-20 minutes, so it's basically yogurt time already. So I'll probably have yogurt first, and by the time I get back, hopefully the clips should be ready for downloading and editing.